Yo guys, what is good? This is Joey Holly, and today I'm going to show you how to get those industry standard vocals like Malone does, and many other artists that make the alternative hip hop style vocal. If you can make it through this entire video, you'll be able to take your vocals from this to this in just a couple minutes.
Got me walking with my head down, miss you on my bed now, wish it was the way it was once, and I can't even lay down, haven't slept in days now, everything we made is undone. Got me walking with my head down, miss you on my bed now.
So as you can see, I kept it real simple. All we have is a lead vocal and a nice back vocal to follow it. For now, I'm just gonna mute the back vocal and we'll go ahead and work on the lead. If you wanna follow along today, we're gonna be using a preset pack called Vocal Sauce Volume 3. This pack was specifically designed to provide you with professional industry standard sounding leads created by professionals and gives you an amazing place to start your mix, whether you're a beginner or an absolute professional. And these are available on my first link below, and you can use code Joey if you want 30% off your purchase. So I'll just go ahead and start at the top and see what preset sounds good, and then we'll go ahead and tweak it to our own taste.
Got me walking with my head down, got me walking with my head down. It was the way it was once, and I can't even lay down, haven't slept in days now, everything we made is undone. I miss you on my bed now, wish you. Got me walking with my head down, miss you on my bed now, wish it was the way it was once, and I can't even lay down, haven't slept in days now, everything we made is undone. Got me walking with my head down, miss you on my bed now, wish it was the way it was once, and I can't even lay down, haven't slept in days, and I can't even lay down, haven't slept in days now, everything we made is undone. Got me walking with my head down.
That emo rolled one sounds absolutely fire, and obviously based on the name you can tell that this was inspired by Juice WRLD most likely. And let me tell you, there's really no preset that's going to make you sound identical to another artist, which you really shouldn't want to do that anyway, because you would actually have to sound like that artist. Because in truth, most of these artists aren't using the exact same vocal chain for every single song that they release, but these vocal mixes that you're hearing right now are similar to the lead presets that they would be using themselves. So now that we found a lead preset, let's go ahead and make some tweaks to make this make sense for our specific project. Hey, considering you're watching my face, why don't you just like the video? It helps it get pushed to more people, and by another artist seeing this video, you might change their entire career. First thing we gotta do is go into picture, and we need to change this to the key of the instrumental that we're using. So for mine, it's gonna be C sharp minor, and I'm just gonna slow the speed down a little bit. And now keep in mind, if you don't know how to find the key of your instrumental, you can go on something called tunebat.com, and all you do is drag the file of your instrumental into that, and it'll tell you the key of it, and that's gonna be the key of your auto-tune. So let's take a listen now that I changed the pitch correction.
Got me walking with my head down, miss you on my bed now, wish it was the way it was once.
Speed it up.
Can't even lay down, haven't slept in days now,
Beautiful. So next what we want to do is make a tweak to our Fruity Parametric EQ2. The reason we're going to make changes to this is because everybody's recording environment is always going to be different. So you do want to do some deductive EQ to take out those boxy frequencies.
Me walking with my head down, miss you on my bed now, wish it was the way it. Got me walking with my head down, miss you on my bed now, wish it was the way it was once. Everything we made is undone. I wish it was the way it was once, and I can't even lay down, haven't slept now, everything we made is undone.
And next we can go to Sound Goodizer. We can actually use this to make our vocal kind of sit on top of the beat. If you feel like it's a little bit behind the instrumental, and you simply would just go in and then just tweak this knob, and you can even change the different tones and grittiness of the vocal by choosing A, B, C, or D. So let's take a listen.
Me walking with my head down, miss you on my bed now, wish it was the way it was once, and I can't even lay down, haven't slept in days now, everything we made is undone. Got me walking with my head down, miss you on my bed now, wish it was the way it was once, and I can't even lay down.
Notice how that plugin changes the perceived loudness of your vocal. So I find that when using presets, if I'm sitting behind the beat, bringing this up a little bit helps me to sit right on top of it. And we just kept it on the C setting because that's the one that sounded the most clean. I didn't really want it to be too gritty. And then we have our distortion here, which is patched out. You can simply just use this knob to make manipulations to this.
I'm you walking with my head down, miss you on my bed now, wish it was the way it was once, and I can't even lay down, haven't slept in days now.
And keep in mind, sometimes you just want to crank it completely and then come back down as you go so you can actually hear what's happening. And then lastly, we got our reverb and our delay. You can just turn these up and down just like you did with the distortion. Personally, I like where the delay and the reverb sitting. It's perfect for me and it gives that saucy Post Malone vibe. The only thing that we have left is to work on our back vocal, and this pack comes with 10 ad-lib chains, which you can use not only for ad-libs but for your back vocals as well. Let's see what these sound like with just the back vocal playing. Oh, gotta change our auto tune.
Got me walking with my head down. I wish it was the way it was once, and I can't even lay down. Haven't slept in days now. Everything we made is undone. I'm you walking with my head down. Miss you on my bed now. Wish it was the way it was once.
And the biggest change you want to make with your back vocal is going to be your pitch correction and maybe your volume as a whole. You don't really need to mess with EQ because, as you can see, everything is basically taken out of this vocal as it is. So with these put together, now it sounds like this.
I'm you walking with my head down. Miss you on my bed now. Wish it was the way it was once, and I can't even lay down. Haven't slept in days now. Everything we made is undone.
As you can see, it sounds much better than when we started. These presets give us a really good place to start when it comes to mixing and just go back and make those tweaks as we need to based on our song. Everybody's gonna be different, so it's vital that you make these tweaks. Again, if you guys are interested in this pack, you can find it in the first link below in the description. You can use code Joey for 30% off of your entire purchase. And last things last, if you like songs like this, I write them all the time, and I actually write them for other people. Linked below is my Air Gigs account where you can contact me in case you're stuck on a song or just want a whole song written for you. I would love to work with you one-on-one. I appreciate you so much for making it through this entire video. I hope you have an amazing day. Peace.